See? We don't have to do it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to this week's meeting of Essex Business Forum. Today is Thursday, the 12th of February. That means in 2 days' time, it will be the 14th of February. The 14th of February is Valentine's Day. Remember, you've been tasked with your 60 seconds today of making some mention of Valentine, love, or something like that. So make sure you do it, otherwise you won't win the Oscar. Right, the meeting is about to start. Before it does, I ask the leadership team, as usual, to stand up and introduce themselves, please.
Good morning, everyone. Jane Mannion, Membership Coordinator, Chairperson.
Good morning, I'm Scott, your meeting secretary and of stats.
Oh, not
And I've had some basic actually. Obviously.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Sarah. I deal with membership and recruitment.
I'm standing in for Ben as well, who is in Egypt. Right. Getting on with the meeting means the performance league. Scott.
Yes, performance league, fresh, new month, some preset back down, and we just got last week's stats added in. I'm very pleased to announce it's a fresh new set of names up at the top here. Stuart Smallcombe, he's in third place with 80 points. He's done almost a month in 1 week, so excellent. Well done.
That is years worth.
82 actually aligned, it's not a new set of names. Paul Corrigan's is set. But way out in the lead, Josh. He's there. 135 puts him strongly at the top. So far.
Excellent. Scott, right. This is the education presentation. I've got no idea who's doing it this week. Anybody think they are?
Oh, sorry, yes, straight. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Right. Do it.
What's your actual listen?
Yeah, always make sure you're listening during the meeting. Right, so Valentine's Day is nearly here. So I thought to book it. So I thought to talk about something that I think is very important. That's how to get people to fall in love with you. In a business sense, of course, so don't worry, Aidan. No HR issues. Here's the reality. People don't buy from you, they don't refer you, they don't trust you until they really feel something about you. And networking is something it's often the difference between being remembered and being forgotten. It's how do you get people to warm to you? How do you get people to fall in love with you? For a start, you need to be likeable. That's a good start. Sounds obvious, but many people network in sales mode. They're too polished, too pitched, too rehearsed. People like to connect with human beings, not presentations. And to my mind, warmth beats presentation every time. You need to be interested, not impressive. Fastest way to become attractive in business, curiosity. Ask lots of good questions, listen properly. Listen with questions, of course. Make people feel heard. People aren't going to remember the most impressive person in the room, they're going to remember the person that made them feel good. Number 3, be safe to refer. When somebody refers you, they are risking their reputation. Always important to remember that. So ask yourself, do you come across as reliable? Do you come across as clear? Are you easy to work with? Trust is much more attractive than being impressive and being brilliant. Also be memorable without being weird. It's not about being loud, it's not about being flashier, it's just about being clearer, warmer and more human. People fall in love with stories, they fall in love with energy, they fall in love with authenticity. So think of someone in the room that you really like and trust. If you have to think really hard, yeah, give you some time for that. Why is it that you really like them? Why is it you trust them? It's not going to be their job title, it's not going to be their accomplishments or achievements. It's going to be how they show up, how they make you feel. So in business, just like in life, people don't fall in love with what you do, they fall in love with how you make them feel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toby. Excellent. Right.
Thank you.
the next stage is any membership matters. Terry.
Ooh.
Brilliant.
It's too much, it's overwhelming. Yes, so good thing. We've been working with the membership committee. Thank you, Jane, and the members of the committee. And we had a good meeting this week. I'm delighted to announce the joining of a new member.
Yeah.
Great surprise, isn't it? Bits and pieces to give you next week, so welcome along, talk to Paul, sort out money, come along, and Sarah's going to be your mentor for a little while, hopefully just over the next week, next week, you know what to get, so welcome. And we've also got a couple of renewals we're working on, aren't we? Andy?
Yes.
And they're in the pipeline, I'll give you more news about them next week, so we'll see.
Thank you, Terry. Right. With that in mind, I will move on to the first major part, or not the major part of the meeting. It's the referrals. It's the 60-second round. Can you go there? 60-second round. I'm going to pass around the business card box. Please make sure you're adequately represented. Please take cards that you might need to make referrals. I'm also going to pass the little blue box for all of the paper. Right. Last week, Catherine won the Oscar. She will be listening out carefully, and indeed will be firing off first. Mike is doing development today. Thanks, Mike, for volunteering for that. You will be hearing from him, and you've got the idea, the usual. Right, so make sure you just do 60 seconds. You've held out for 60 seconds. Sign off and sit down. Right, now, let's get on with it. Catherine is first up, and she is followed by Mike himself.
I'm going to read you a poem this morning called Valentine. It's by Karen Ann Duffy. Not a red rose or a satin art, I'll give you an onion. It is a moon wrapped in brown paper. It promises light like a careful undressing of love. Here, it will blind you with tears like a lover. It will make your reflection a wobbling photo of grief. I'm trying to be truthful. Not a cue card or a kissogram. I give you an onion. Its fierce kiss will stay on your lips, possessive and faithful, as we are, for as long as we are. Take it. Its platinum loops shrink to a wedding ring, if you like. Lethal. Its scent will cling to your fingers, cling to your knife. So tutoring is not just about loving the subject, it's about giving students the knowledge and skills to unpick metaphors, decode questions and understand language. So if you think you know anyone who needs help in that department, adult or child, please get in touch with me. Thank you very much.
Mention smell, did it?
Sorry?
The poem didn't mention smell.
We did talk about, yeah, it says smell is going to stick to your fingers. I tried to tell Dom last night as if it was something romantic, he didn't. Clearly I need to, educate him.
Right. Right, next up is Mike, and he's followed by Sarah.
That was so beautiful, and I'm proud to at your room. Mike from Blackwood Media. So let's cover it. It's Valentine's Day on Saturday. This can be a sad and difficult time for single, lonely, abandoned people, and I can harness that. It's a great time for formal, serious corporate headshots. I can even Photoshop out like the red around people's eyes if needs be. Or talking head videos for charities or gambling support events, when you really need to get that honest, sombre, pained feeling across to your audience. So if you know someone that's really struggling this Valentine's, at Blackwood Media, we can help them capitalise on that. Mike at Blackwood Media.
Thank you, Mike. Right, Sally, you're next, and you're followed by Shannon.
Morning everyone, Sally Waters from Milan Home and Fragrances. I'm going to talk about smell today, not surprisingly, and roses. So a little bit of an insight into roses. Cut roses don't smell anymore because they've been grown for extra vase life and size of the rose head and things like that. So if you want to give someone a scent, you need to give them a living rose, one that you plant into a pot. And the David Austin rose is the one that you need to buy because they're traditional roses. But roses are grown now, most in Bulgaria and also in the Hajar Mountains in Oman. Perfect conditions to grow them. And it's the Turkish rose which is the most precious. And to give you an idea, to distill 1 gram of Turkish rose oil If we go for an essential oil, which isn't strong, it takes around 2,000 to 3,000 kilos of rose petals to distill that. In absolute oil, which is pure, it takes 3,000 to 4,000 kilos. So it's a really, really precious oil. So you will find Turkish rose oil in my Byzantine candle. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. I've got a bit of information that you probably don't want. My stepson is married to a lady called Turkey, and her name is Rose. Anyway,
Yeah, he all does. He did.
Good morning, everyone. Shannon from Downton Mortgages and Financial Services. So one of the things that I love about my job is I get to work every day with my favorite fur friend, which is Ralph. So if any of you know that about me, I'm absolutely obsessed with dogs, especially my dog Ralph. But more importantly, the thing that I do love about my job is that the advice that I give to clients, it helps them to protect themselves, their loved ones, and also their homes. And it gives me peace of mind knowing that they have that financial support in place if the worst were to happen. So if you know anyone that needs an insurance review and wants to protect themselves or their loved ones, please have them get in touch with myself or the likes of Howard, who can review their insurances. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shannon. Toby, you're next, and you're followed by Stuart.
Hi everybody, Toby Acton, personal business mentor. I love it when people love me, professionally, of course. In motivational maps terms, I'm a high searcher, which means that I'm driven by meaning and purpose, knowing that I'm genuinely helping people and doing a good job, and I love positive feedback. These are a few unsolicited WhatsApp messages that I've received. Just wanted to say thank you. I've come away with a refreshed energy and a renewed outlook for the business. We both enjoyed yesterday. Knowing you were there to ground us each month is so good for us. That was two different ones. Another one, by the way, I was so motivated after our session, I worked all weekend. And my favourite, thank you for yesterday. I got so much from it. Something has switched in me. I feel so energised about everything. That's why I love what I do. I enjoy mentoring, but I love it when my clients love what I do. That's Toby Acton, Pole Position Business Solutions, helping business owners fall in love with their business again.
Thank you, Toby. Stuart, you're followed by Sarah.
Morning everybody, Serif from LG Networks. We're an IT cloud service provider. And a large part of working in IT and working remotely is working with your mobile device. So I'd just like to go over that and cover back that again. We offer mobile hardware. If you'd like us to source the phones for you, we can do that. But also, we can just supply SIM only. Okay, so if you need some help, if you're looking to save some money on SIMs, we've just recently raised new commercials with the EE network. EE have always been probably just that bit more. It's been another 10-15% on top cost-wise, and we've actually just secured some new commercials with them to support them right in line and cheaper than O2 and Vodafone in some cases. So if you know anyone who's particularly interested in moving on to EE, please put in touch with me. If you're wondering what this 60 seconds has got to do with Valentine's Day, you just need to know it's been delivered with me wearing my best pants.
Those are the ones that you turned around and
That's the third day.
Thank you for that insight, Stuart. Sarah, you're next, and you're followed by Leah.
I'm glad I have to follow that. Thanks. Sarah Smith from Orbital Assistance Services. So as I talk about a lot, I free up small business owners' time to do the things that they love. And I have no judgment on what that might be. So here's some examples of some things that you or others might get up to that you need some more time to do. So extreme ironing. This is taking an ironing board to the top of a cliff or underwater, if you fancy it. Frankly, I don't like to do ironing in my house, so I'm not going to do it anywhere else. Competitive duck herding. That sounds like fun, I think, like sheepdog trials, but with ducks. Beetle fighting, another amazing thing that I think we should all try. Professional line standing. I like this. This might actually be a good business idea. When you hire yourself out to stand in a queue for someone, for concert tickets or for releases of your iPhones and things like that. Obviously, competitive dog grooming, and if you Google that, it's quite frightening. So have a look. And mooing competitions.
Oh.
Maybe you fancy a bit of that. Yeah. So I'll leave you to think about those. So yeah. So if anybody that wants to free up some time in their lives to spend time with the ones they love or the things that they love, let me know. That's Sarah Smith from Business Assistant Services.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you for making the reference to Valentine's Day nauseating. Thank you. Leanne, you're next, and you're followed by Blake.
Okay, so we're talking about love, so it won't surprise you that I'm going to be talking about loving your home. Now, don't forget, I can do the lot because I can take it from design through to completion. So you have time to do one of those big activities that Sarah mentioned. So your home shapes your lifestyle, and more than you realise. It affects how you start your mornings and how you unwind at night. It's how you spend time with friends and family, and even your relationship, your marriage. When a space is cluttered with a bad layout or not just not working, it creates friction and small irritations build up. So and you've got nowhere to retreat, nowhere to be together properly, and it quietly impacts how you live together. And that's where I come in. I design homes that support real life, beautiful functional spaces that flow, reduce stress, and reflect who you are, so you can spend time with the ones that you love. Investing in your home isn't just about aesthetic. I thought you were putting your hand up then. No, it's not much 10 seconds. It might be going on a bit. It's all about protecting your lifestyle and keeping love in your relationship. So if you know someone who doesn't love their home, put them in touch with me. Thank you. Leanne Brooklyn Interiors.
Thank you, Leanne. Blake, you're followed by Dave.
Morning, everyone. I'm going to start this morning by saying, can I just say I love this group? The conversation, the conversation before the meeting sparked an interest. I had a conversation with Stuart this morning that it's something I haven't really thought about advertising or anything like that. It's smart homes. I love doing smart homes. I've done it for a couple of people in here now. But I've never really sort of advertised it. And it's something I'm thinking after talking to Stuart, talking to Scott, but I want to get more into. So anything from automating a smart light, socket, with the help of Dave, let me know and we can see if we can make your home smarter and work for you. Thank you.
Blake, Dave, you're followed by John.
Yeah, so there's absolutely nothing romantic about what we've been doing this week. We've been called out to rectify a problem in a swimming pool. So the power in the swimming pool was tripping out. After about an hour and a half, the circuit was going off. Eventually, after about a day and a half of rummaging around in the apartment, we found a little tiny drip of water that was just coming out of a pipe, dripping down onto some electrics, and that was tripping it out. So that took us all that. But in the meantime, we also, right underneath the swimming pool, we've renewed all the lights because the basement was flooded under the swimming pool. So that's what we've been doing this week. We've been under the swimming pool, ankle deep in water because it was flooded, and trying to sort out this problem in the swimming pool. So yeah, nothing romantic. But anybody who's got any problems with electrical wires, please give me a call. Thank you.
Thank you. John, you're followed by Scott.
Good morning, everybody. I'm John Hannon from Germany, and we can suppose this, whether it's automatic gates, whether it's a fire alarm system connected to your smart home system, or whether it's an insurance system. Why do people use this? They use this because they trust we are open and honest. And if it's not suitable for the client, we tell them what they're asking for is not suitable, and if it's going to be a problem later on. And that way, they get the system they need and they get the system they want. And I forgot about Valentine's Day, because it's the wife's birthday on the 15th, so I don't tend to do Valentine's, I do it all in one day. So that's me not being romantic and in my 60 days.
Efficient. So that's the Oscar for honesty. Scott, you're next and you're followed by Terry.
I'm going to do the opposite to everyone else, what we don't like. But turned down a job this morning because it's just hard work for a client that, you know. So yeah, when you feel it, don't always just say yes, say no sometimes, do you know. What I do love, the product I use to build all my websites, Elementor, it's on version degree of its product evolution over 10 years. This week they announced that they're going to launch version 4, which means absolutely sod all to every year. But to me, it's a massive, monstrous change to the way we work. I spent 4 hours working, exploring and playing around with it for how it's going to impact the work I did yesterday. And it's really exciting in my really nerdy, techie world. I loved it. So, there we go. Thank you.
See? Exciting. Yeah, well, right, next up, Terry. You're followed by Jane.
Good morning everybody, Terry Moyne from TM Law. I just thought I'd tell you I've fallen very much in love with mediation again. The courts have been giving me such a hard time lately. I mean, they are disastrous, and some of the stories, if I tell you, you wouldn't even believe that the court are doing these things, like, you know, cancelling an eviction at 1 hour's notice that we've been waiting 4 months for. We got the decision order 10 months ago. Just stuff like that, it just ended. So I'm renewing my love for mediation. I've always liked it. I'm even more in love with it now. I really try hard with my clients to steer them in that direction because it's so much better than going to the courts. The court system is utterly broken. Mediation is quick, cheap, efficient, informal, less stress. It's a great way to try and resolve a dispute. And anyone who says otherwise is just frankly stupid. Yeah, they're stupid. The court system is broken, so if you know anyone that's involved in any sort of dispute, send them my way and I'll explain to them the virtues of mediation. If they decide not to go down that route, then good luck with the court system. Terry Maiden, TM Law.
Thank you, Terry. Jane, you're followed by Matt.
Hello everybody. So I love my Guinness World Record for the largest English green tea party in the world. I love it. And I love that I've been interviewed on the BBC maybe 10 times. I mean, in most newspapers, including a piece in the Sunday Times business section and a huge article in Woman and Home and so on. I love we've won Great Taste Awards, yum, 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 and Entrepreneur Business Awards that were influencers on TikTok, get me, and that we've got a best-selling book. I love that. But what I really love is I didn't even think of the idea of this company until I was 55. That was 15 years ago. Surely not. And now I love that I'm writing a sinister thriller, I promise it. And Steven Spielberg truly has shown interest in it. So what I love most of all is, apart from you guys, that you can keep reinventing yourself. Life is full of surprises. There's no age barriers, really. And so never say never. I love that.
Oh, yes, it's quite moving. Matt, you're next.
Yes, good morning everyone, Matt from Serif. Now, we know that generally red is associated with love and danger. Actually, the true colour of love is many different colours. From purple, which is associated with actually a manic romanticism, to pink, which represents unconditional love, to green, which is all about healing. And actually what we get from Valentine's Day, what we get from love, is many, many different things. And this is what we uncover with brands. We can associate the correct colours, the correct feeling, the output that the users, the end users, the market is represented. So whilst everyone looks at the colour of love being red, it's actually so much more than that. It's so many different areas. And that is what branding is about, and that's how we can help you with your brand. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Right. Amy Squire from TM Law. Something happened with a member here that made me understand that maybe I haven't been clear enough about conveyancing. We don't do domestic conveyancing. That's houses. But we do commercial conveyancing, which can involve purchasing a property that's a freehold or dealing with negotiating leases, either acting for the landlord and producing the leases or negotiating on behalf of the tenant. So I'd like you to bear that in mind. So the conveyancing I dislike is domestic, and the stuff that I love is commercial. And I'd like you to embrace that and think of me when you come across anybody wanting to purchase a commercial property. So that's Aidan Squire from TM Law and Paul.
Morning, Paul Booth from Brentwood Chartered Certified Accountant based in Brentwood. It's called Valentine's Day because of St Valentine, who died on 14th of February. And he was rumoured to have died about 270 AD, and he was a Roman clergyman. And during the Roman times, of course, tax collectors were very, very vicious, which is a bit like what they are now. They've got a lot more powers, a lot more information now. So I'm looking for people who are worried about the tax man. Maybe they haven't declared something, maybe they've been a little bit naughty. Maybe it's rental income or capital gain, things like that. If you know anyone, please put them my way. That's Paul Booth from Booth & Co. Pay my tax.
Thank you, Paul. And that's the last time as a visitor and not a member. Sylvia, give us a
Morning, everyone. Really happy to join the group. Yeah, thank you for the board work. Really appreciate. So my name is Sylvia, and I run this team is commercial management specialist in services company. This year, I'm looking to grow the commercial side of the business, offices, entertainment sector, with many areas in. I would like to say a story. Last week, I go to tennis cleaning, including carpet cleaning, with the client. I went there. Long story short, but I went there. I want to make sure everything is done properly. The carpet machine because the water pump just died, and yeah, I spent like 10 hours in the property. I told my partner, I said, "Oh my God, there's a big issue here. I don't know how." And he said, "What you gonna do? What you gonna say?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "You can't clean the carpet." And I said, "Actually, I want to do the job. It doesn't matter how." So I found someone emergency. I paid twice. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I make sure that I do the job that I said I will do. So that's probably important. Thank you.
That is it. That is the 60-second round.
Oh, so many to choose from. I'm tempted to go with Stuart and his pants, but then I'll be making the delivery and I'm not getting my pants out. Toby was tragically needy today. I love it when people love me. I like the idea of Sarah's mowing competition. I love Matt's colour symbolism because that's basically doing my job. And Jane, I'm not yet 55 and you've given me inspiration. Maybe there's still that love in me. And I really want to come with you to the Oscars. However, because he sounds like he's going to be pretty lonely on Valentine's Day, and he wants to capitalise on people's grief, and in case you don't get anything else on Valentine's
Oh. Regard yourself as having a collective kiss from all.
That being the tickle.
Yeah.
You can, Toby.
Okay, that's the 60-second round over. What is the 60-second round followed by? It's followed by the meeting second. Scott.
Yeah, quick stand up, sit down. 10 referrals recorded so far, not any more passed up this way. £8,000 worth of business also. We planted 16 new trees for the month of January based on our turnover in that January month and the members that we used and the referrals that we shared. So those are trees planted in our virtual forest. Still love the idea of doing that. Well done to us all. That's all.
Thank you, Scott. As soon as you see Paul. Oh, yes, we've got one. Paul.
Yeah, we had it on Tuesday, second Tuesday of each month. Yeah, it's a good meeting, nice to get out of the office, only quite a small attendance, but so next meeting is next month, second Tuesday in Little Birthday.
Thank you, Paul. Right, we now move to the second phase of the meeting, which is the 10-minute presentation. You didn't think I'd read all those out, did you, Matt? Anyway, there you go. It's Matt Barry. He's from Serif, and his business is based in Sheffield. Branding and creative marketing. Matt? Over to
Thank
you.
you very much. Sorry for noising you. Yes, I've done this sort of presentation before, but a long time ago. So this is a bit more about me and about my journey and the journey of Blue Serif, as well as sort of showcasing, kind of what we're about. Let's start. When it all started, well, you probably guessed. I'm not going to sound it. I'm an Ulsterman from a little place called Ballymena. Those in the might have been familiar with an advert that was in the 90s where there was coined the phrase Ballymena hay, but it's about there, Monty Python style. I was born and brought up there, but I also lived in lots of different places. So this is the only quiz you're getting. If you can name all of those places. So I'll leave it on that. So basically, my dad was in the army. I spent a large proportion of my pre-adult life in army bases all around the world, but predominantly in Northern Ireland, but little stints in lots of different countries and counties all over the place. So can you guess the whole thing? So yeah. Is no. Can anyone guess the little green and white one? No, that was a bit of no. Wiltshire. That's the fine Wiltshire. Yeah.
What's the bottom left one?
No.
Essex on the right.
Essex on the right. It's very close to Essex.
No.
No, right. No, it's actually Middlesex, i.e. basically London.
It doesn't exist anymore, does it?
No. Right, so the career could have been so different. Yeah, I could have followed my dad and gone into the army. I really did want to, but my dad totally dissuaded me. I thought he also realised that I would have been rubbish at it. But very differently, I did actually consider becoming a priest. But there are certain alignments of the Catholic faith that I wasn't quite aligned with. So that wasn't going to go very far. But my religion is important to me. But I did discover my secret weapon, and something I am very proud of. It should have been discovered earlier. It took some while, but I am dyslexic. And my dyslexia, I do believe, is my secret weapon. It gives me that creative thinking that other people don't have. It gives me part of the brain that allows me to visualise and put ideas together that other people just don't have. Yes, it provides challenges, but I managed to overcome them in different ways. But I do believe that's one of the things that helps me stand out from other people, other competitors. So I left school after my GCSEs. They were tough, but they were okay. And I went to discover my graphic design heroes, the likes of Neville Brody, David Carson, the famous ray gun publications, the Bauhaus movement. All of these inspired me into graphic design, and I was there for 4 years studying it in Salisbury. After I left art college, I then went to London and I worked in a whole range of different agencies. I felt it quite important to move around kind of every 2-3 years. And I went from being a junior designer. I was part of the .com boom, which was amazing and fascinating, and it really got me into especially some of the more digital side of graphic design. And sort of slowly worked my way up through middleweight to senior to managing design studios for some big agencies in London. But then little Kiddlywinks come along, and change of priorities, a lot of our peers, and I basically thought, well, I'm getting bored. And I want something different. I want something for myself. I want to do something for my family. I want to change the scene. So I decided to get an office built at the end of the garden. I didn't do it. That would have fallen down. Definitely not one for a dyslexic. And in 2024, Blue Serif was born at the end of the garden. Now, it was interesting times because I soon realised that the contacts and relationships I've built in agencies past, people came out of the woodwork and wanted to work with me, which is great. I was very delighted and honoured to do so.
But we had to grow. So the garden office didn't last very long. And we got offices up in Brentwood, and we were there for 7 years, and now we're in the Create Business Hub. And we're very, very fortunate over those years to have worked on many, many brands, from working with quite a lot of you guys here internally, to working with other organisations locally, whether it's Brentwood School or Essex Cricket or Bakers, to some of the world's leading brands like Sony and Microsoft. I'm very, very fortunate to have that whole plethora of experience. But I think it's the way that we, as a... No, it didn't do it. Oh, no. Come on. The connection. Oh, that's annoying. There was lots of little...
Working with dogs and animals.
Well, yes, it was only Poppy that was going to come up.
It's there.
It's kind of sit it.
Okay.
Maybe it might load. But since then, we've built a team of about 10 of us. People have come and gone. We've actually got young Callum, who quite a few of you already know, who's just left us, and we're actually employing at the moment. We're going through sort of rounds of looking for the next new talent to come into the team, and it's not just their technical talent, their knowledge of design, but what's really important to us is the people and personalities, and getting the right fit for us as an agency. I think we do things a little bit differently, and we really pride ourselves on the way that we build our relationships with our clients, and it's the same way that we build our relationships with our staff. And I'm very pleased that a number of the staff, it's all so slowly coming up.
Yes.
Sorry, it's just a catch. So a number of the staff have been with us for some have been for over 10 years now, and I think it's a testament to the way that we've built and brought the company up. But it's also a testament to the way that we do things. But it's the range of work that we do, the range of clients that we work on. So we're currently now based in the Creative Business Hub, and we're looking to evolve our next journey of the business. And what is Blue Serif all about in terms of its messaging? We like to innovate, create and elevate, and that's our mantra for all of the work that we do with brands. Some of these that you will recognise, but as I sort of said, from understanding the brand strategy, understanding their audience and their marketplace, we really do try and really do elevate their brands by supporting them in all the different ways that they need to make sure that they grow as a business, and how that they can market themselves and communicate to their end users in the marketplace. So this just gives you a little bit of a snapshot of the variety of stuff that we get involved with. Print, digital, video, animations. We get involved a lot within community stuff as well. People know that I'm passionate about my rugby, but also passionate about my community as well, and that's really, really important to us. So just let some of these sort of things play out for you. So, thank you.
Very good.
Any questions?
Actually,
Everyone's already voted for the best.
So a new client comes in. What type of business, brand or client makes you most interested?
Anything. I know that sounds a bit non-committal. I think if I'm really trying to get into sports brands. But the problem is, I love all brands. I love to know what businesses, what make them tick. And we do discovery sessions, and we really get under the skin of the organisation. We try and understand what that makes them tick, what their vision is, obviously what their audience are trying to look for. And I can honestly say, being involved in, say, Essex Cricket's great, but being involved equally with, lithium mines in Germany or, consultants, in America or a little charity down the road in Essex, I really do enjoy getting to know them. So I don't think there's any. Well, there probably are a couple of industries that we wouldn't touch, obviously, but generally we like to just, because I think it's not just yes, it's work obviously, but actually it gives us variety, creative variety. I've worked in studios where I've just worked on one client and it can be very monotonous. Yeah. And actually for designers to have that variety of creativity, one day they could be working on a big event for Sony, but the next day, literally like Becca, she was doing yesterday some designs for Sony for their global website, and then she's gone straight on to designing like a little zine magazine for a well-being company based locally and taking her design. So it's very, very different, but it gives you that variety, and that's what creatives thrive on.
Thank you. Matt, do you get clients very often who come to you with a fixed idea of what they think they want and they'll tell you on their list, as opposed to when you get down to it, you say, actually, that's not what you need at all. Is that common?
Yeah, it is very common. And some clients are more susceptible to your advice. We are the experts. Some clients aren't. And I'm sure Scott won't mind me saying there's a particular client we've worked on, engaged us, we did the design, but they thought they knew best. And they were very no, I don't like what you've done, it doesn't work, I want you to do it this way. Okay, well then, why did you ask us to do it? The problem is, I think the challenge with the industry now is that in theory, because of the technology that's available to everyone thinks that they can do it.
Yeah.
Actually, there is an element they can't. They don't appreciate proper design and awareness and space and usability and user experience. But also, there is an element that we're providing a service nowadays that is more about taking away hassle and time from people and doing it properly.
On the other end of the scale, do you like a client that comes to you with a complete blank canvas and says, do something, or do you like them to have some sort of idea?
We work with it all because, let's take you for example. You came with an idea, with a passion, and we knew that you wanted it based around that. But where you were, starting to talk about, with all due respect, let's have, like checkered flags and cars, and so no, that's just not going to align with your target market. Yeah. So we advise them, and then what we've done is come up with a brand that aligns with your market, but also aligns with your passion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite logo that you created?
Fine.
I love your logo. I think it's great. Because I know.
Favorite logo in the last 3 years. Oh my God, that's a really good question. I don't really know what else with that. I would. My own blue Serif.
Diplomatic.
I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm gonna
Matt, thank you very, very much indeed for a really slick presentation. I also found it very comforting that things went wrong, just because I would never even get to the stage that you could move it forward with. So, well done, Matt, an excellent presentation. As usual, if you could stay on your feet, and we'll have the referrals and testimonials round. And as always, we'll start with Paul and move round from there.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. That's always excellent. Referral for Paul Corrigan, who's not here. A couple of thank you monies, and welcome to Sylvia as well.
Okay, excellent. As always, high standards of presentation. I've got to do let's do a We really good at it.
Yeah.
Testimonial.
Testimonial. That's the word. We're doing testimonial for the end, come round and down, home consultations, do the decks, and I'll do it on the Google for you. Sylvia, we're just moving into a new office at the end of this month, so we'll need to set up a thing. So let's have a chat about that. Thank you all.
It's really interesting that presentation. Toby good insight and both in Sylvia. I've only got one switch, so Leanne, so see the check.
Yeah, thanks very much, Matt, for that presentation. It's really, I love hearing people's backstory and how you got into this. And you're right, your dyslexia has probably elevated you it's probably elevated and given you, you think differently to other people, and that's why you're really good at what you do. So thank you for that presentation. Excellent. One referral for Sylvia. My office. I've only been in there 4 years. It's got a bit dusty. We could talk and you can have a look at it and see what you can do with the dust. I'm sure it might be.
Yeah, thanks, Publisher.
And Paul, thank you for a really good interview. Really good. Try to leave early bits. Thank you.
Amazing. Thanks, Matt. I do love an origin story. I think it's so interesting, like Terry said, about how everyone gets into it, finds their niche and really flies. So that's lovely. And thank you for the end slot, Toby. Great reminder. Welcome, Sylvia. Looking forward to get to know you properly. I had a one-to-one with Sally, which was brilliant. It was a lovely breakfast. And I have a thank you for the night at Toby. Have a lovely week, everybody. I wish.
Yeah, so I just want to say again, thanks so much for the secondary and well and the part of the partnership, and thank you so much. So, yeah, no worries. Let's use everything.
Great meeting, great excellent terms, great time. You did a couple of designs for us. You've done the Honey Badger logo, the Emma Hive logo, there's some other bits and bobs. And my superpower is I'm part owl.
Oh yes. Hard owl. Nice. Absolutely love working with Matt. The whole team. It's amazing. So yeah, the best work I do is when they're involved. Thank you to the Moneys, to Paul Corrigan, to a couple of ex-members, to Paul Deleuze, none of them are here, that's irrelevant. To EBF, Matt, to you, to John Hammond, one to you, Matt. Put that wherever you want. Had a really lovely one-to-one with Sharon and Clara. That's what was really good, thank you for that. And a really busy weekend of socials. Spent the day with Catherine doing Harry Pottery stuff, and then we went for some beers, and drunken Matt wandered past. And I mean, straight from Twickenham, and then spent the day at rugby the next day with Blake and his family. So yeah, really good. Thank you. Really good.
I've got it. Thanks for the synergy team meeting, Paul. That was good. Thanks to Paul Deleuze, which for money, and that is for Sarah. And as I say, once again, Matt, thank you very much indeed for your really splendid presentation. You're up.
So when you designed your logo, did you not go to another company to get them to design it so you had an outside source looking in on the things that you can say?
Do you know what? It's yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to feel, isn't it? Yeah.
It was the longest redesign in history, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Took a while.
That always an absolute pleasure working with you, and you do fantastic work for all of them. So yeah, and wonderful teams. Who else? You've got Toby, thanks for the ed slot. Catherine, thank you very much. I won't be alone because I'm going to be in Spain next week at a conference, so we're going to have to ask someone to. Who else stood by? Sylvia, welcome. Very glad you joined. Look forward to getting to know you better. And Blake, your new venture, I think is a fantastic idea. I'd say one of the best sales points you've got is telling us what the actual options are, because there's so many things involved in that, and you just go, you can do that in smart home tech, so it's ahead of us.
Welcome, Sylvia. Nice to have you on board. I'm now no longer a news member. Matt and I had a discovery meeting, long. I'm brain dead at the end of it. I was having 16 coffees, but I'm imminently waiting for my blood pressure. But yes, I'm excited to get that from you. Great Ed slot, Toby. Thank you very much. And I have I've got here a one-to-one with Sarah, but you've already done that. And property synergy last week, yeah. And there's a referral which Dave and I've already spoken about for the new build. See you all next week.
Very sorry, I've got too much to pay for.
Yeah,
One-to-one with Yang and Sarah. Referral to Scott, I mentioned it at Serif.
Yes, thank you.
And I think they made to Harrods,
Yeah, great 10 minutes. When we first started doing it, I designed my own website. And then Matty and Scott got hold of it, and it made it, I've done a kindergarten job. They did an excellent job, but the logo is fantastic, so I can't thank you enough for that. You mentioned a while back that you were doing printing it now.
Yeah.
Can you do signs for us?
Say again?
Signs.
Yeah.
Got a QR code on.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay.
And I will see you again.
Great meeting, everyone. Thank you for the ed slot, Toby, and great presentation. Like everyone said, it's great to hear where you came from and how it started. Especially because I'm not at all the meetings, so I don't always get to hear the story. So thank you for that. Like Scott said, we had a one-to-one that was really great, and you're going to help us with stuff, which is amazing. So thank you for that. Oh, sorry. Thank you for the monies to Aiden for your daughter's insurance. And then to Leanne, I'll help you with that one. Thank you. Your design masterclass. Oh, it was really good.
Yeah, that was really brilliant. So inspirational that dyslexia is just actually open source for you. I wish I'd known you when I was teaching those dyslexic students. It'd be really lovely for them to hear that happy ending story, because a lot of people see it as a real something that holds them back. So that's lovely. Yeah, great ed slot. I'm glad that you were joining, Sylvia. A lovely day out with Scott, and really lovely to watch everyone else get drunk in the evening and all this driving. Have a good week. Enjoy Valentine's Day.
Sorry, I forgot to say welcome, Sylvia.
Great presentation, really lovely to hear. And maybe one day I get you to do hard. Excellent. Great insight. Well done. Welcome, Sylvia. It'd be nice to get to know you. And it's half term next week, so a bit more free time in the morning. So if anyone wants a one-to-one, please get in touch.
Excellent meeting. Welcome, Sylvia. Good to have a one-to-one with you. Reasonable ed slot, I suppose. Matt, excellent 10 minutes. You've got a fantastic team, which I think is a testament to your, I wouldn't say boss, because you don't like the team, but as a leader. And I still love my branding. I get comments in it all the time, even from other graphic designers and branding experts, so I think that's really good. I got a referral. It was a lead that has become a referral now for Leanne, and a lead that has become a referral for Leanne.
Thank you. Well, that was a great meeting. Thank you, everybody. Toby, I enjoyed the start, and I like the way the hugs here make me feel. Sylvia, hooray! Well done, you darling. Matt, great. It's a subject I'm endlessly interested in, is designs and how to intuit a design from a discovery session. I think you did say about one of my websites that if I was aiming for Harrods, it was a bit more Aldi. Which of course was true, but and my son Edward's in advertising in another country, and he works for a huge burger chain, and before they took on his agency, they each had to say what burger they felt they personally were as a person.
Oh, wow.
But they should be. Oh, I see a Big Mac. Oh yeah. And Blake, can we lure you around at some point, because none of my emails love me anymore. That would be absolutely lovely. Thank you, dears. and the ends. Synergy.
Yeah, you have good, Daisy. I actually, sorry, I forgot to do mine. I have thank you to the money to an ex-member, Paul New, and referral. Yes, applying for Jill. Great meeting. Lovely to see you, Sylvia. Look forward to getting to know you more and your services. And I'll be up. This has been an early punch. Well, it's me.
Excellent. Right, sorry, I was giving yeah, we have a reality check. Let's have it.
Let's do it. Right, let's pick some of random selection of last week's referral. Some of the people who are here from. Oh, actually, from Terry to Scott. Ready to do my new website review one? Straight there from here. From Stuart to John. Brett, electric dents.
Yeah, went out, had a look Friday, had a quote.
To the extent we're hoping to do the work and say as going down the road, open gate.
Wow. Oh, I think I'd like that.
From Sarah to Terry, Debbie Nutton, help with logo, brand display.
Design touch and artists. Okay. Fingers crossed.
Works. Thank you.
Right. I'm pleased to be able to say that it's sunny out there, so I'm sending you out into a bright day. And I think Saturday is going to be sunny as well for all of those who are interested in Saturday. As always, I open the floor to anybody who wants to make any notices, announcements, or anything else to go with it. Mike.
Just a very brief message from Ben that's just come through. He's on the bench.
Right, anybody else, or is that it? Thank you all for turning up. Thank you for making it a great meeting from Matt, Toby, and to everybody else who contributed. Thanks very much for that. Good 60-second round. Let's get a few more in for next week. But as I say, you made it feel full, and you made it a great meeting. So I look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a great week.